Aston Martin's underperforming engine is reportedly causing a significant drag on their performance, with insiders suggesting it limits the team's results more than any chassis issues this season. As Formula One teams gear up for the mid-season surge, Aston Martin faces a critical juncture. The team's struggles are largely attributed to the Honda power unit's underperformance in 2026. While multiple sources claim that the AMR26 chassis is fundamentally sound, it's the engine that has been holding back their competitiveness. However, there's a twist. Despite the mounting pressure and scrutiny, Aston Martin and Honda have reportedly been working closely to rectify these issues. A major update to the power unit is set to debut at Zandvoort in just a few weeks. This upgrade promises to deliver a significant performance boost, with team insiders whispering about gains that could dramatically alter the season's dynamics. But how much of this optimism is justified, and who truly bears the responsibility for Aston Martin's early season struggles? Adrian Newey and his design choices, or Honda's initial engine problems? This cold open sets up the central tension. Is the upcoming power unit upgrade a game changer, or merely a band-aid solution to deeper structural issues within the team? As Aston Martin prepares for the Honda engine upgrade scheduled to debut at Zandvoort, the debate over the extent of its impact continues to simmer within F1 circles. Adrian Newey's optimism is palpable as he frames the team's progress in 2027, emphasizing their strategic focus on a mature and well-prepared approach. Yet, this positivity contrasts with the skepticism from other corners of the paddock. Motor Biscuit highlighted that while Honda promises significant gains, doubts remain about whether Aston Martin can achieve such leaps in performance within just one season. This uncertainty underscores the complex relationship between engine suppliers and teams as they navigate ever-evolving technical regulations. Newey himself acknowledges the challenges, stating, "We've had to rethink our entire car design philosophy because of the constraints imposed by Honda's engine." The FIA's stance on Aston Martin's predicament adds another layer of complexity. Reports suggest that despite some in the team suggesting otherwise, the governing body has no immediate plans to intervene or offer special allowances. This indicates a level playing field being maintained, regardless of individual team pressures. Paddock insiders reveal that the AMR27 development is proceeding cautiously, but with a clear vision. Newey's strategic decisions are aimed at mitigating risks associated with rapid changes mid-season, as seen in 2026. By pushing architectural choices early and collaborating closely with Honda, Aston Martin aims to be better equipped for the upcoming rule shifts. Sergio Perez's insights into AMR27 preparations hint at a broader team-wide commitment to these goals. Though specific details remain under wraps, the emphasis on structural stability and incremental improvements suggests a more methodical approach compared to previous seasons' high-stress development cycles. Despite ongoing discussions and skepticism, Aston Martin's public stance remains cautiously optimistic. According to Formula1News.co.uk, Honda's technical director stressed that while gains may not match initial expectations, they will still provide meaningful performance boosts from Zandvoort onward. This nuanced message reflects a team aware of its challenges yet committed to making steady progress. The interplay between Aston Martin and Honda also reveals deeper strategic considerations beyond just power unit upgrades. As the 2027 regulations loom closer, both parties are aligning their efforts towards long-term competitiveness. According to GP Blog, Newey's recent comments underscore this focus. We're not just addressing immediate issues, we're laying foundations for sustained success. Technical details of AMR27 remain sparse in public discourse, but team insiders indicate a significant shift in design philosophy and material choices aimed at enhancing both aerodynamic performance and structural integrity. These changes are expected to provide Aston Martin with the flexibility needed to adapt quickly to evolving racing conditions. The ongoing debate between Newey's optimism and external skepticism highlights the multifaceted nature of F1 development. While some see potential breakthroughs on the horizon, others caution against overpromising. This nuanced perspective underscores the complexity involved in balancing aggressive ambitions with realistic expectations in a highly competitive environment. As Aston Martin moves forward, its success will likely hinge not just on immediate engine improvements, but also on broader strategic decisions and long-term planning. The team's ability to navigate these challenges could define their trajectory well beyond the current season, potentially setting them up for stronger performances in future years. In essence, while much remains uncertain about the exact outcomes of Aston Martin's latest initiatives with Honda, the underlying strategy reveals a commitment to resilience and foresight. This approach aims not only to address immediate setbacks, but also to position the team for sustained success as F1 continues its relentless march towards new frontiers in performance and innovation. Despite the optimistic framing by Aston Martin, skepticism lingers in the paddock about the scale of improvement from Honda's upcoming engine upgrade. Sources close to the team suggest that while a noticeable power boost is expected, it may not fully bridge the gap between Aston Martin and their more competitive counterparts like Red Bull or Mercedes. A key factor contributing to this uncertainty is the complex interplay between the car's aerodynamics and its power unit. As Adrian Newey continues to refine the AMR27, he faces a delicate balance, optimizing performance while ensuring that any gains in engine power do not come at the cost of reliability or consistency, a challenge echoed by similar issues in the current AMR26. The media's focus on Honda's engine upgrade has overshadowed discussions about Aston Martin's broader strategic direction for 2027. While the team aims to capitalize on the new aerodynamic regulations, there is an underlying concern that any delay in implementing these changes could put them at a disadvantage compared to rivals who have more time and resources to adapt. Adding another layer of complexity is the evolving relationship between Honda and Aston Martin. The Japanese manufacturer's commitment to F1 has been scrutinized following their previous exit from the sport, raising questions about their long-term plans. Team principal Otmar Safnauer acknowledges this risk but emphasizes that both parties are aligned in their desire for sustained success. In recent interviews, Safnauer stressed the importance of not only improving performance, but also building a robust foundation for future challenges. "We need to look beyond just this season," he said. "The groundwork we lay now will be crucial when we enter the next set of regulations. This strategic outlook is evident in Aston Martin's investment in simulation and testing facilities, which are key to their long-term ambitions." Meanwhile, the team's drivers have remained supportive despite initial setbacks. Sergio Perez, who joined Aston Martin this year after a successful stint with Red Bull, has been vocal about his desire to help turn things around. "We've had our fair share of challenges," he noted, "but there's no better feeling than being part of something that could change the direction of an entire team." Perez's comments reflect a broader sentiment within the organization. While the current difficulties are frustrating, they also present an opportunity for growth and innovation. This mindset is crucial as Aston Martin navigates through what could be another pivotal season in Formula One. As the 2026 campaign progresses, all eyes will remain on Zandvoort, where Aston Martin plans to debut their upgraded engine. The performance gains achieved here will not only impact this year's standings, but also set a tone for next year's transition into the new regulations. With both teams and drivers working towards optimizing every aspect of the car, the coming races promise to be filled with intense competition and innovation. The road ahead is challenging, yet Aston Martin remains committed to leveraging their partnership with Honda to achieve significant advancements in performance. As they navigate through this critical period, the team's ability to adapt and innovate will determine whether they can seize control of their future in Formula One. In the face of mounting scrutiny, Adrian Newey's comments regarding Honda's engine issues have stirred a whirlwind of debate among pundits and insiders alike. The FIA's decision to remain neutral on Aston Martin's predicament underscores a broader sentiment. While the team struggles with the current power unit, they're banking heavily on future improvements from their Japanese partners. Honda's upcoming upgrade is expected to be a critical factor in reversing the fortunes of both teams heading into Monza and beyond, yet there remains significant skepticism about the promised performance leap. According to sources close to Honda, the company's internal projections suggest a more modest power increase than the 40-50 bhp figure that has been circulating in the media. "The actual gain will be less dramatic," admits an anonymous Honda insider quoted by MotorBiscuit. "Our focus is on reliability and efficiency improvements as much as raw horsepower." This nuanced approach highlights a shift from purely performance-oriented upgrades to a more balanced strategy aimed at addressing the root causes of Aston Martin's underperformance in 2026. The timing of Honda's intervention also carries strategic weight, coinciding with key regulatory changes for the 2027 season. As teams prepare to adapt their strategies and designs to new rules, both Newey and Honda are positioning themselves to capitalize on these shifts. The upcoming Zandvoort Grand Prix serves as a critical juncture where the upgraded engine will be put to the test under actual racing conditions. "Zandvoort is going to be pivotal," states Aston Martin's technical director, quoting an internal belief that the circuit's characteristics align well with the anticipated improvements from Honda. "We need to see real-world data to validate our projections." Beyond immediate performance gains, the AMR27 project represents a long-term commitment to reshaping Aston Martin's engineering philosophy. Newey and his team have been working diligently on refining every aspect of the car's architecture since early in 2026. The goal is not just to close the gap with competitors, but also to establish a robust foundation for sustained competitiveness as new regulations take effect. "The AMR27 will be fundamentally different," declares Newey, highlighting changes such as an optimized engine placement and innovative suspension concepts designed to enhance both performance and reliability. "We've learned from our mistakes this year." However, the narrative of blame between Honda's power unit shortcomings and Aston Martin's chassis design challenges remains unresolved. Critics argue that while Honda has faced its share of issues, Newey's influence on the AMR26's aerodynamics and overall strategy cannot be overlooked. Adrian may have his eyes set on 2027, opines Peter Windsor, a respected motorsports commentator, but the reality is that some crucial decisions made last year are catching up with him now. This sentiment reflects a broader questioning of whether Newey's aggressive design approach for the AMR26 was too ambitious given the constraints imposed by Honda's power unit limitations. Nonetheless, both Newey and his team continue to emphasize their commitment to improving the current situation. With each test session and race weekend, they aim to gather insights that will inform not only short-term fixes, but also long-term strategies for the AMR27. The Hungaroring shakedown was a crucial step in this process, providing valuable data that teams are now analyzing meticulously. Aston Martin's resilience is admirable, notes one observer on GP Fans. They've shown time and again that they're capable of turning things around when faced with adversity. This perspective underscores the team's determination to navigate through their current difficulties with an eye toward future opportunities. As the season progresses, every race becomes a critical milestone for Aston Martin and Honda. The success or failure of the Zandvoort upgrade will likely set the tone for the remainder of 2026, shaping expectations heading into next year's regulatory reset. Both parties are aware that the window to prove their mettle is narrowing. The next few months will be decisive, warns a source within Honda, emphasizing the urgency of delivering reliable and powerful engines. We need to show results on track, not just in testing. Aston Martin's journey from 2026 to 2027 encapsulates the intricate dance between regulatory changes, technological advancements, and strategic planning that defines Formula One's competitive landscape. As teams continue to adapt and innovate, the coming months will undoubtedly reveal new challenges and opportunities for Aston Martin as they strive to reclaim their place at the pinnacle of motorsport. In this ongoing saga, the collaboration between Newey's vision and Honda's engineering prowess remains pivotal.